Real quick, I want to talk about Saturn real quick. As I'm in my Saturn return, and Saturn energy, Capricorn energy um, is unavoidable. It's unavoidable. It's unavoidable. We always will have a force of Saturnian energy to deal with, as it is lessons, karma, past lives, and time. The concept of time, the concept of lessons, the concept of investment of energy. Capricorn or Saturn is known as grandfather time. Really, we say Leo is the father archetype, but Capricorn just has this daddy energy that is unavoidable. It's like it's a true divine masculine energy as far as earth, materials, work, time, clocks, cycles, systems go. With that being said, it's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. But unfortunately, we will all have to encounter a Saturnian theme at least once or a few times in our life. And if we ourselves are a Capricorn, or we work with Capricorn energy, or have like Saturn placements or Capricorn placements, that energy is going to be presented to us throughout our lives. I've always worked and understood Saturn energy very personally because I had a parent. I have two parents. I have one parent that has a Capricorn moon, and then I have another parent that has a Capricorn Mercury and some other Capricorn placements. So as a completely like water energy in tropical astrology, and then in Vedic, very water and air, it was always very hard for me to meet these lessons of Saturn and Capricorn that always were in my life, because they were seeming very harsh always. I didn't get the affection and, caring that I thought I should have received from my parents. Now at my age now, I understand that they are who they are, and that's their mode of operations. And their path maybe perhaps be learning to be softer and more loving and more flexible. Saturn is not flexible. I know we have a whole thing with Saturn's cube and all of this dark demonic energy. Yes, Capricorn, the devil card in tarot is ruled by Capricorn. It has that Saturn energy. But what does that mean? Really, when we get the devil card and when we pull the devil card in a reading, what does that mean? It means heaviness. It means bondage. It means what is binding us to this earth realm? What are we binding ourselves to in this earth realm? It could be addictions. It could be a lifestyle. Capricorn is a routine sign. It is okay with doing the same thing every day. It's okay with having that routine and that cycle every day, and they don't really like that mode disrupted because that is their mode of operation. That is their ways of operating, and we can't. I would always feel so like I'm being choked being around one of my parents because I could just feel the constant heaviness of routine and square and box that they were in. Also, one of them is a Virgo, Leo cusp in Western astrology, but Leo in Vedic with the Leo rising. So just a lot of themes around earth and boxes, and I would do my best and most to escape the box whenever I could and catch some air. Because for me, I needed that. I needed fun and softness and no restriction. But at the same time, I needed that grounding. If I didn't have my parent with that Capricorn moon to ground my ass, I can't tell you who I would be right now, because I've learned discipline through Capricorn and Saturn. And I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for understanding this energy, because I feel so strong mentally and energetically, because I've been, like, my Saturn return right now is a breeze. This energy of work and progress, what we put in is what we get out. The lessons of karma, I have dealt with these heavy, harsh themes my entire life. So they get easier the more that we work with them versus resisting and avoiding them. When we resist and we avoid our lessons, this is also for Capricorn people. You guys are a sign of lessons and growth and consistent, like climbing up that mountain. What is the archetype of Capricorn? Is the goat. It's the goat. The goat goes up alone, climbs mountains. It can literally can like hang on the side of a cliff with like its chin or some crazy shit like that. Like, there's the fucking goat, okay? They're strong. They're powerful. They're leaders. And they will do it alone. They can go at it alone, which can be a detriment as well. Capricorn has this thing usually where they would rather do everything alone, and it can kind of cut their joy off. So I'm not into the demonizing, okay? And I'm in my Saturn return now, and I'm having a lot of Saturn themes come in my life, and I welcome them. I welcome them because it helps me grow. Saturn helps us grow. Saturn tests our growth. Capricorn helps us grow. Pluto is in Capricorn and has been in Capricorn. So we're going through karmic soul lessons. We're going through unforeseen events and lessons that are being presented to us so that we can grow. Saturn is not to be avoided. Capricorn is not to be avoided. And I've been through different parts of life where I've had to leave my parents in that space because it's too heavy and drowning me. And, that's that bondage of devil energy. That's just, I'm going to stay in this dungeon, be by myself, do my addictions, and be bonded to this system or this pattern. Capricorn, Saturn also rules traditions, okay? So it's very traditional. This can mean bad tradition or good tradition, but Capricorn keeps tradition going. So it's very hard for Saturn or Capricorn to switch up their routine and switch up their traditions and actually notice what is helpful and what is not helpful. Be gentle with Saturn. Be gentle with Capricorn themes. Don't escape. Don't resist the lessons. Don't resist the heaviness. Take it from a fish, a little mermaid like me, and learn how to swim through those lessons and make them easier for you. Learn what is healthy tradition and learn what is unhealthy tradition. And yes, this involves family, and it may make you butt heads with family. I am a curse breaker in my family, so I have been a lot alone because what I'm doing is going against the traditional things that the family taught me. I didn't agree with. I broke out of the box, and that really upset certain people because Capricorn's like, what are you doing? This is our system. You're supposed to be here doing this system. What are you doing? They don't understand why you're going against the model in the system. And that's like Saturn, Capricorn in a negative aspect. They don't allow that flexibility. They don't understand flexibility. But what we need to understand is Saturn is not a flexible planet. Saturn is a very discipline-oriented, traditional, stationary planet. It has a very long orbit, extremely long, like hundreds of years. I think it's like 300 years, maybe 180 years. I don't know, don't quote me. But I'm very Plutonian as well, so I understand that. It's like a Capricorn and Scorpio. I get Capricorn. I get it. I get y'all because y'all are some bosses. Y'all are the GOAT, legit. Respect, respect, respect to the Capricorn Saturnian energy because you teach us how to get through it. You teach us how to climb that mountain, and you teach us how to stay steady in the tradition and the cycle and the routine that we're doing so we can actually achieve our goals. That's why Saturn is Big Daddy. Okay? That's why Capricorn is big boss energy, because they're not playing